All right, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're all doing well, and welcome to the channel. And I thought it'd be an interesting video today, just kind of talking about why I make videos and why I love making videos. And I don't really care about like views and subscribers and stuff. I mean, sure, it'd be cool if I got more views, more subs, and everything like that. That'd be amazing. But I've never lost the passion of making videos, and I kind of wanted to talk about that. So I don't know. I'm going to name this video something along the lines of why I love making videos, even no one's watching. I don't know, something along those lines. So I guess the where I kind of want to start is why I even make videos, why I started making videos. I guess I started making YouTube videos when I was in school, like secondary school. I was watching YouTubers, like the old Call of Duty commentary channels like C Nanners, Tabes, Blame Truth before he become all kind of like hating Call of Duty, and every video he makes now is kind of like just absolutely pooing on Call of Duty, which each to their own. But who else? I like. I need $2 and Smosh. There was so many YouTubers that I watched back in the day. Some of them I still kind of have a look into every now and again, but they kind of moved on to different things, or they still make videos, but very different types of videos. But throughout the years, I've always been on and off with making content. I have done so many different styles of content. You name it, I've probably done it. I've done game collecting videos. I've done in-depth reviews and retrospectives of video games, skits, vlogs. Yeah, I've tried the whole thing, and some of them I like to stick to, and then I'll just change, and I don't know why. Some videos I've done have done pretty well over the years. Like I think if a video for me gets like 1,000 views, I think that's pretty cool. But again, I don't really care about views at the moment anyway. It's nothing that's ever really it phased me. I've had videos, I think my most ever viewed video was like 53,000 views. Something absurd. And what was that? That was a Resident Evil 3. That was a Resident Evil 3 gun guide. And I remember I made like a weird joke in it. It was just I look back on some of the videos that I've made and I'm like, oh, I cringe a little, of course. I think it's kind of natural when you've made your own content. Maybe you don't enjoy watching your own stuff. And I think that's relatively normal. But yeah, I mean, as I've been doing this for now, like over 10 years, I've done it on many different channels, different types of genres, as I've already mentioned. But I always do think to myself, like, why haven't I got X amount of views, X amount of subs? I used to care about that a lot. And I always thought, like, what am I doing wrong? What could I improve? What am I, what am I just doing wrong, basically? And I think the main problem for me is that I change genres way too often, and I kind of alienate any audience that I do build. And I think that's fair enough. I think, I can understand if you subscribe to someone because they make really great gaming videos and then all of a sudden they're making like cooking videos, that might not be, for you. And I understand that. So I will, with this channel, I'm not going to be changing genres too often. I might make a video that's a little bit different here and there, and that's fine. I just want to have fun with this channel, and I think that's the main thing. It's called YouTube, and I know that you want to talk about yourself, and I think talk about things that you're interested in. So that's kind of what I want to do with this channel. I love just the simplicity of even like what I'm doing right now. I'm playing Resident Evil 4, which is the greatest game of all time, including the remake. And I'm just talking, just absolutely yapping about any and everything. And in a way, now that I've kind of I don't care. I enjoy making these videos. I There's no like expectation for me. There's no pressure to perform because nobody's watching. I've realized that now. So, of course, this video may very well blow up and it might get me, 1,000 subs, 1,000 views, and that would be great. But I got to say, it is very freeing just having zero expectations and just creating content just for the fun of it. Of course, I'll learn and I'll improve things like I've always done over the past 10 years. But for me right now, views, it doesn't matter to me. I really enjoy just the joy of making something, regardless of views and if it's popular and if people, if people find it, that's really cool and that is amazing. And if I can find and like build my own community, that would be amazing. But again, I just enjoy it. I come home from work, I get a little bit of free time. I'll play a few of my games. I'll read some comics and stuff, and anything that's on my mind, I'll kind of like jot like video ideas down. I'll maybe make some like bullet points and I'll kind of just go off the riff like I'm doing now. I've got like some bullet points, but even then I've made 3 bullet points and I've already gone way through those. So I just enjoy talking about things that I'm passionate about, YouTube being one of them, games being another. And yeah, if anyone out there is enjoying these types of videos, then I really thank you for watching it. And if you want me to talk about anything, then please do let me know. But yeah, it's just I really enjoy doing YouTube, and I always do kind of question myself, like, why have I stuck with it for so long? I had one channel, the most amount of subscribers on a channel that I've ever built up. I want to say it's like I haven't looked at the channel in a while. It's like 2,000 subs, which to some people is not much at all. To me, that is a huge milestone. I remember hitting my first 100 subs, and I still think the first 100 subs is one of the like the hardest milestones to achieve. And you just see like people, who make like one video and they blow up, and that is really cool for them. And I've never had that, of course. I've worked so hard to get to 1,000 subs, and I was like, you know what? I'm so happy with that. And I actually, ironically, think that when I hit 1,000 subs, that's when I kind of just fell off about caring about subs and views, because I would always kind of like keep an eye on the numbers, and it just kind of took out a lot of the enjoyment. And I think that is why I kind of switched up genres in so many different ways. That, and because I always watch so many different types of content on YouTube. So if I'm watching like a game collector, I will want to make game collecting videos. And then I'll have like a phase of like 2 months where I just religiously watch so many different game collecting videos. And then I'll watch like one vlog and I'm like, I want to vlog. And then I would make a vlog in there and I really enjoy the process of that. It basically doesn't matter what I do. I just enjoy making content. And yeah, as I said, I just love the simplicity of this kind of style that I'm going for right now, which is just gameplay in the background, commentary, and just yapping. Basically, it reminds me of the old YouTube, which is the better YouTube, which is just like I would come home from school and it'd be like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, or Black Ops, or whatever, COD Zombies even, and it would just be like I'll use scene adders because I loved seeing Anna's commentaries back in the day. And even if I want like some nostalgia, I will just go back and listen to the stuff he was talking about. It has absolutely no, it's been like 10, it's been a long time since he's been talking about commentaries and stuff like that. But it's just so nostalgic to go back. And I think like, what was I doing? I remember seeing this in my sub box. It was uploaded like an hour at the time and I'd watch it. I remember like every Friday, I think Smosh was making a video or uploading a video. And then I'd look at their like lunchtime with Smosh. Like oh man, it's just, I'm reminiscing about nostalgia. I actually do think that those commentaries back in the day did shape who I am today to a certain extent. A lot of the like things they spoke about and the way they spoke about things kind of had an influence on me. And I'm not going to say like, oh yeah, like politically or anything like that. I'm going to, agree with everyone, but I do think they did shape me in a very vulnerable moment in my life. I think your teens, like you can be very much molded by the content you consume, which is a very worrying thing, especially in today's, like you see some of the things that are online now that just were not a thing 10, 12 years ago. But I'm glad that I stuck with the YouTuber commentaries, and they were good people, and they still are. And I'm glad that I watched that kind of content. There's a part of me that I want to have like a positive influence on people, and I understand that, there's young people on YouTube who are watching things that they just shouldn't be watching. And if they stumble across my videos and if I can actually help shape them into being good people, which I know it sounds very far fetched and a bit ridiculous, but I'm really hopeful that I could actually have a positive impact on the youth of today. It sounds ridiculous, I know, but I'm not saying I'm going to be in this position. I'm absolutely not in a position to talk, and I don't want to come across like, oh yeah, I'm this great person, because I will never say that. But I will certainly do my best if I ever do get put into a position like that. I mean, let's be honest, some of the influencers that we can see online now are doing some of the most heinous things for clout and clicks. Like, I saw something, I don't know how long ago this was, but some douchebag just filled like Oreos and food with like toothpaste and like rubbish and gave it to homeless people. Like, the morality of some of these influencers, like the bar is really low. And in my opinion, it is very dangerous for some young people who will be growing up seeing these creators, maybe idolizing them and thinking like, oh yeah, well, the things that they're doing, it's absolutely fine. When in reality, it's absolutely awful. So, as I said, the bar is pretty low. And if I, can in some way help shape some young person into actually, doing the right thing and, just helping them be a better person, then I will certainly be privileged to do something like that. So that subconsciously, I kind of want that to happen if I can have a positive impact on people, because as I said, the bar is very low from morality, and in terms of some of the popular influencers out there. I'm not going to name any names, but I'm sure you can guess a few. On the other hand, there are a lot of good influencers out there, so it's not all doom and gloom, but I do think there are genuine influencers who do have a positive impact. But when you really think about it, it is just insane how clout chasing has just really changed the online space. I mean, you see people doing all types of stuff for clicks, like attaching C4 to my roommate's car. Funny prank, funny reaction, gone wrong, gone sexual. You will see weird things that come up like that. Whereas back in the day when I was like 11 to maybe like 16 years old, I grew up with Call of Duty commentaries about just normal people talking about their lives and just giving advice and stuff, pranks that were probably fake, but they were harmless. They were fun to watch. And I just feel like the content overall back then was just a lot more genuine, a lot better in my opinion, for the most part, maybe. And that is just me. And maybe I'm just an old man who's just, reminiscing about the good old days and just not kind of changing with the times. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you watched all the way up to the end, I want to thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.